Hey guys, so this is some of the offerings for Grand Carnival. They had it all displayed out for us for the media event, and everything, of course, looked amazing. There were mocktails and cocktails kind of to go with every booth. There are only 5 booths at Carowinds Grand Carnival. There is China, Italy, Spain, Germany, and France, and we were able to take a look at all of these displays of the food before we went out to actually try any of the food. So that way we kind of knew what we might want to try. The one thing that we did not get to see during the media preview was this merchandise. This was the only display that was out, but it really looked like a bunch of cute stuff. Snoopy, of course, is a good big representation at Carowinds, so of course they had to have some Snoopy stuff for them. This is actually more of the France um, food offerings. Again, it was just really great to see everything and kind of get an idea of what we wanted to try, because always a picture on the post is never long enough. So the first booth that we tried was China. We did the Mongolian beef and the bang bang chicken. This was actually the least favorite of mine. The Mongolian beef, they put a lot of the sauce all over it. So it was just a lot and it felt a little overcooked. The bang bang chicken, I'm not a fan of the peanut sauce. That was the flaw for me. Also, the bang bang chicken, there was only 3 of them, which if you're going with 2 people, which I recommend at least 2, it was a little hard to share that one. Um, we did not try the sesame balls that they have in China, so we only tried these 2. And like I said, this was probably my least favorite booth. Then we went over to Italy, and Italy we tried the caprese fresa, which I'm probably mispronouncing. It was the fresh mozzarella with the tomatoes, and they did a fried pita chip. I liked this. I thought it was nice and fresh. I could have probably done without the pita chips, like made it more of a salad, but honestly, like I thought that was a great option, that it wasn't so overly fried food. The panzerotti, which had provolone, ricotta, spinach, tomatoes, and basil, and there was marinara sauce at the bottom. Those are really, really good, and as you can see, you got 2, which again is great when you're sharing. So next we hit Spain, and we did the paella, which I love paella. This one had the shrimp and the chickens and sausage, and it was a really good portion. I don't know if they did it purposely, but of course there's like 2 pieces of shrimp and there's enough of the other meat. So again, it was a great sharing portion. The next thing we had was the vegetable empanada, which was potatoes, butternut squash, and cheese. Honestly, I did enjoy it. I would have liked a little bit more veggie in it. Really just tasted potato. So I thought it would have been a little bit better if I would have gotten a little bit more vegetable in there. Now we get to my last 2 booths, which actually the last 2 were the favorites. Germany, as you can see from the photos, we tried all 3 items. The pretzel bites, you can't go wrong with pretzel bites. They had the beer cheese sauce. You can't go wrong with those. The sliders were marinated beef, and they were shredded, and it was really good. Like, I really wish that I had the recipe for it, because it was just very delicious. One thing that made it better is the pickle that was the garnish that you see. We actually put those in the sandwich, and it just actually kind of highlighted and made it a little bit better. The apple strudel, my boyfriend who went with me to try everything he loved it. He is a big apple strudel fan. So everything in Germany was a huge hit for us. Last but certainly not least was France. And France and Germany were actually basically in the same building, side by side. There was just 2 separate entrances. Again, we tried all 3 things in France. The crepe was really good. It had mushrooms and cheese and herbs. A little hard to cut. Um, it would have been great if we could have probably like just picked it up and ate it and not had to cut it. But still really good. The croque monsieur. I am actually not a huge fan of ham, and I was enjoying this thoroughly. Um, they did need to warm the brie cheese that's in there a little bit more. That was the only flaw, but still a great sandwich. And honestly, that's a lot for me, being that it was a ham sandwich. The pain au chocolat, which was basically a chocolate croissant. I have a weakness for croissants, and especially when you put some chocolate in it. So to me, that was perfect. It was a great dessert to end our sampling. If you hadn't noticed by now, we basically went in order of least favorite to favorite. So it went China, Italy, Spain, Germany, and France. And honestly, Germany and France tied for the top billing. Those are definitely our favorite foods. Now, I did want to try one of the mocktails. All the cocktails were like a sangria, a wine-based cocktail. I asked some of my other media that were there that tried the cocktails how they enjoyed them. They really liked them. And of course, it does come in the collectible cup. I did a mocktail just because I am not a big fan of wine, but I did the Very Merry Party Punch. It was actually really good. It was very, just like I said, a berry party punch. It was like a very nice fruit punch, but not like a, something you get at a store. So they did a really good job. It is supposed to be garnished with fruit. That was the only thing that I didn't get in the drink. But again, really good. And of course, now I have this great souvenir cup collectible that I have from Grand Carnivale. If you guys are interested, by the time of this recording, Grand Carnivale is over. Unfortunately, it is only for 2 weeks, and I am actually now looking forward to next year and seeing if they're going to do the same countries or different countries and what the food offerings are going to be. So I'm actually really excited to see what Grand Carnivale has to offer next year for their food. But great offerings, and highly recommend for 2024 to go check it out. And of course, when they announce the dates, I will let you guys know over here at Dream Finding Through the Parks.